things that we've asked for, you'll start to notice that people and things and just stuff that we thought we could take along with us will slowly but surely start slipping between our fingers. So I need you to understand that everyone and everything can't go, and that's okay. Understand that everyone can't have access to your energy. Everyone shouldn't have access to your energy. Everyone shouldn't be able to just tap into you and use you as their personal sponge. On this road of elevation, there is separation, and that's okay. Your circle should be very close-knit and audited because you need people to fuel you and feed into you. So everyone can't go, and that's okay as well. Be encouraged. I'm doing this video because I had this conversation with someone, and even as I think on it, even as I speak about it, I'm so sincerely touched because it lets me know that the path that I'm on is correct. And sometimes you need that validation because it gets lonely. Sometimes you feel like you're the only one going through this. And so it just really helps me to talk about this with other people, to let you all know that as you get to where you're supposed to be in this lifetime, as you walk in your purpose, as you are led and guided, there is going to be a lot of conflict. The people who you kept in your bosom and some of the people who you just never even would have thought would be carrying a knife are the main ones who carry the knife. And you have to make a decision. Do I want to keep playing this role over and over with you? Do I want to hinder my purpose in this life by holding on to someone or something that is trying to just escape my fingers? Are you worth it? And sometimes I know, like I said, I know it can be so very, very hurtful because the people that I've lost, like, it's not an easy thing. The hurt that I've endured is not an easy thing. I know that once I started on this journey, I was talking to a friend of mine or somebody who I thought was just with me. And I'm explaining to them, you know, hey, I'm getting this opportunity. And the phone goes silent and they're like, really? And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe you didn't hear me. Let me say it again. And so I say it again and I'm like, I'm getting this opportunity. I'm so freaking excited because this is my dream. And you know this is my dream. And they're like, watch that. Watch that. That was the biggest red flag there was for me. And so I hung up the phone with them and I called someone else who knew that this was the hugest thing in the world for me. And they were beyond excited. It was like they were way more excited for me than I was for myself. And we're still friends to this day. And that is what I mean. Not everybody that is on the fucking boat is rowing the boat. So you get they motherfucking ass off. If we're not all rowing this boat, if we're not all on my team, if I'm not on your team, if we're not supporting each other, why are we even entertaining each other? Why? Like, it's so important that you audit your circle. It's so important that you pay very close attention to who has access to your energy. It's so very important because there are some people who are just spies. They're just tapping in to take your temperature so they can go back and tell it to somebody else. And you'd be surprised at who it is. And the truth about this journey is that a lot of us are breaking barriers. A lot of us are we are breaking those curses, those generational curses from way back when. So there is nobody else for us to look to. There's nobody else for us to ask, is this right? Is this okay? So we're just kind of bumping our head and learning as we go along. So it's important that whoever you have closest to you you can release yourself with them. You can relieve your mind with them. You can talk to them and not have to worry about whether or not I'm going to be judged wrongly, or this is going to be something on public display, or I shouldn't be talking to you about this at all. It's important that we understand how everyone can't go. And I've even talked to someone and they're like, but it's my mom, but it's my sister, but it's my brother. Okay, so how long do you want to have this conversation? How long do you want to keep warring within yourself, trying to pull this person because of that attachment? And it's not to say, hey, look, I am not one to say that to dump your mother or dump this or dump that or whatever, but I am being honest with you. I am going to say that you can't be upset with someone else for succeeding or doing whatever it takes for them to succeed when you're not willing to do the same. Everyone can't go. And so if you want to keep pulling on that family member, or you want to keep pulling on that friend and trying to make them see the great in you, or trying to make them get on your bandwagon, then that's your business. But if I decide I'm choosing purpose and my creator, and I'm going to do the best that I'm going to do, and I'm going to do all that I can do, and be the role model for my kid and my kid's kid and anybody else who needs me, because my purpose is not mine. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to everybody else that needs it. It's not mine. It belongs to everyone else. It belongs to everyone else. So it is my job to do all that I must do to ensure that they're okay. To get it out. And that means that if my mother, if my sister, my brother, my cousin, my whatever is not okay with it, that's theirs to deal with. If you look at the greats, the Oprahs, the Lisa Nichols, the Tony Robbins, they talk to you about conserving your energy. They talk to you about protecting your energy and how that is a must. It's not your job to fight or prove a point or prove that you are doing what you have to do. You are doing what you must do. And if that is a problem, that is theirs to deal with. And the thing about getting on the path, and the thing about walking in your purpose, is that when you do that, everything that seemed to be a problem comes into place. So those kids, your mom, your relationship, your job, your everything else, it seems to draw itself to you, because now you are doing the thing that you must do. And that's why they say, there's this saying that's like, walk in your purpose so you can stop having an attitude. Because when you start walking towards the thing that you're supposed to walk towards, everything that's meant for you, you start to align with the money, the lifestyle, the job, the clothes, the this, the that, everything that you wanted, you start to align with it. So you can't be upset when someone else decides they're willing to take that risk. I love you. I love you, mom. I love you, sister. I love you, brother, but I'm willing to take that risk. You don't understand. Hey, I'm sorry. This is what I have to do. You can't get upset because someone else is not continuously dragging and holding this weight. If your purpose, if your future, if your child's future is that imperative to you, you will do what it is that you're supposed to do. Everyone cannot come with you, but everybody that is meant to be with you will be there for you, and they will all be cheering your name and rowing in the fucking boat. I hope this word resonated with someone. It was so much needed for me. Again, like I said, it was so much needed for me. It helps me to understand a whole lot of why there had to be so much separation. And again, please don't think that with me saying whatever I've said or whatever, it's not said in love, or that separation is easy. It is not easy by any or all means. It's hard. But you have to understand that some of these people come into our lives to take us to certain points in our lives, and that's it. That's where it is. And they're there to drop us off. There's a possibility that they can't grow or go beyond that. That's where they stop, and that's fine. But if that's not where you stop, why limit yourself? Why limit yourself for the sake of? If your abundance is beyond that barrier, why limit yourself for the sake of? So today, I hope this resonated. I hope you received this in love. I hope you received it in kindness. I hope that, if anyone wants to share their story or word with me, please feel free to. Please feel free to. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to discuss it. I'm Sapphire. Thank you so much for listening to this video.